Radio Hysteria, man. I decided to do a video blog. One video a day probably. If I might miss a day or so, don't get mad at me. But today we just gonna start it off. We're gonna talk about Mindframe, about what it mean when I say Mindframe. But Mindframe is more like a lifestyle. You know, whatever your mind frame you're in, that's basically the lifestyle that you living every day. So if you seriously want to be serious about being an artist, you have to really change your mind frame. So what I recommend is you get a notebook. You know, I got a couple of them. I got about 3 or 4 notebooks that I write all kind of crap in. But you get a notebook and you just write down what you do every day for about let's say a week or maybe 2 weeks, depending on, you know, if your schedule kind of fluctuates back and forth. But let's just say you sit down and for a week, every day you just sit down at the end of the day around 10 o'clock before you go to sleep, and you just reflect on what you've done that day, and you just write down every day what you've done, and that kind of, you know, to symbolize your mind frame. Or, you know, you're going to the clubs, or you're going to movies a lot, or you're eating out a lot, or you're playing ball a lot, or you're chilling a lot, or you're working a lot. You know what I'm saying? It symbolizes your mind frame, because that's where your mind is at, whatever you do the most. So once you write it down, you see what it is, and then as an artist, you take out those spots that you really don't need. Like, you don't have to go to the movies, or you didn't have to eat fast food, or you didn't have to go play ball. You know what I'm saying? You might do a little workout just to, you know, so people like to stay in shape. You know, you gotta keep up the image. But for the most part, things you don't need, replace them immediately with something dealing with you being an artist. Whether you're learning something, or you're working on an album or a project, or you're just anything, you're writing lyrics, you know, or you're just meeting people, you're networking, or you're online doing something. As long as it's something dealing with progressing your future, you know. All right, fill in that space in the notebook, and just look back and see how much time that you can really put into your music, you know, and that can symbolize your new mind frame. Because once you start getting into that, you're gonna build a habit. It takes about 21 days to build a habit, and once you get into that habit, then that becomes your mind frame, and then it becomes easier for you to do it, because it's like clockwork after that, you know. And then the next thing you want to ask yourself is, okay, I know my mind frame I need to be in. I switched it up, or the things that I really need to focus on every day. So what's the next thing I need to do is see how long you sleep, how many naps you take a day, how many hours you sleep at night, and whatever that is, cut it by half. Literally, not even playing. Cut it by half. If you're sleeping 10 hours a day, cut it. If you're sleeping 9 hours, cut it in half. You're sleeping 7 hours, cut it in half. Now if you're at 5 and 4 hours, don't cut that in half. You're filling your time, as much time as you can get before you just have to get rest. Because a lot of times what a lot of people do is they go to sleep and they're not even really tired, or they think they're tired, but they're only tired because you probably was sitting there watching TV for the last 2 hours, and your body just started to go down shutdown mode. So how long are you sleeping at night? You know, a lot of people think, oh, it's bad for your health. Well, I mean, if you're healthy, it's not going to affect you. Now, if you have, like, you know, medical conditions, you're taking, you know, medication and stuff like that, I wouldn't recommend it. But I mean, if you're healthy, you can sleep 4 hours, 5 hours, still, you know, pop up like nothing's wrong. But it's just about what you're doing and how much time you're using every day. And are you doing it every day is the next thing you should ask yourself. How many days out of the week are you actually focusing on music? Are you just doing 1 or 2 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Or are you doing just weekends, or just when you get off work, or just whenever you feel like it? You know, you have to change that into a mind frame where, like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna work my butt off from Monday to Saturday, and I'm gonna rest Sunday and hang out with my peoples and go out to eat and all that stuff. Or you might want to say, I'm just gonna push it every day, just every freaking day. You know, I recommend if you're not doing at least Monday through Friday, or Monday through Saturday, like, do one of those. If not every day, I recommend every day, because the more you work, the faster your success, the more you're gonna get rich, the more money you make, the more fame, more everything that you want as an artist. So it's just about mind frame, what you're doing, how much time you're doing it, you know, and how committed, you know. And so basically that's about it. For the mind frame part, is just analyzing you as a person to see where your head is at and what do you really want and how do you want to get it. So that's all I got to say about that. It's LoveLeMusiq. I'll check y'all out tomorrow on the next video. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about, but be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, share it on Facebook, tweet about it, email people about it, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But this radio hit stereo sign out right here.
LoveLeMusiq.